So much new stuff.
But also 8 years ago, The Last Jedi premiered. Happy anniversary.
So 8 years ago, The Last Jedi premiered, and
JJ's still going in the text.
love to hear it.
He 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plot points he's throwing out there and just crapping on already.
Love it. So thanks, everybody. You have found the geek spot again. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we do.
I'm Jack. That's Frank over there. Dom, Pete, Charles. Great to see you all.
Yeah, man.
Dom's already itching to hear about my thoughts on what the Welcome to Derry finale, and we'll get there. Don't worry.
Yeah, you can have at it.
We're not there yet, but we will get there at some point during this epic hour of news and
Epic
content that we have to talk about. But before we get to all that, Frank, what have you been up to, man?
Oh, I'm drinking an awful taste in Celsius right now. I think this case is bad.
There's no awful Celsius. What Celsius is it?
It's lemon lime, but it tastes off. Well, I usually, this is the third one from this case, and it just tastes off. Oh,
Got
wait,
it.
there's number 7. There's JJ with number 7. He's plot pointing The Last Jedi as I drop
All
that
brilliant.
in chat.
Every plot point is brilliant.
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
for next year we'll do a rewatch. T, welcome back, man. Good to see you again.
it is good to see you. What have I been up to? Well, Friday night I went out for a little bit. Something I don't normally do. I went out to the Ashburner and had a couple drinks with some friends, and Pete's so angry at The Last Jedi he can't even type correctly in the chat. And just showcase that while I'm talking. And then Saturday night was an emotional night. Saturday night was the last ever wrestling match, in-ring performance as a wrestler of John Cena. 23 years. And last night was it. And I actually can't wait to talk about this on Wednesday with T when we go over to the Island of Relevancy and discuss all things wrestling. For now, I'll just tell you that I was very happy with the ending. Many hundreds of and thousands, not hundreds of, but hundreds and thousands of fans were not. He won't be back as a wrestler, Pete. I know every wrestler says that they're retiring and they don't. John Cena actually will not be back as an in-ring performer. He will still be with the company and he will still make appearances, but he will always be in his suit. He will never be in the jorts again. Other than that, I was playing with some Legos. Building some Legos.
Yes, since we looked at that, right? Since John Cena has graduated high school and had a full career since the last time the Cowboys won a playoff game.
So, actually, let's go over that real fast. let me pull this up real fast. And let me break that down real fast for the Dallas Cowboy fans that are watching. Here we go. John Cena graduated high school, played college football, became a bodybuilder, joined the WWE, became the top star in the company, went to Hollywood, retired from the WWE after a 23-year career, all before the Cowboys made it back to an NFC Championship game.
Sounds about right.
John Cena did not give up, but again, that's something we'll talk about on Wednesday. He didn't give up. He let go.
Oh, that's very, very poetic.
He let go. He didn't give up.
So, yeah.
What about you? That was me.
Look, I had some gigs. I had some concerts. I watched some stuff. I finished that Man on the Inside, which, again, I highly recommend. If you're looking for something that's a little fun and nice, easy, breezy watch with a ton of people, you go, I know that guy. Ton of that. Go watch Man on the Inside. It's a blast.
I think I started it and got to a point like 10 minutes in, and I was just like, I'm not in the mood right now, but I get where It'll get better for me. I just was in a different headspace when I started it. I need to kind of get away from the Yellowstone headspace and like get back to
Talk
normal.
about
Like
how
I'm not
awful that
watching.
universe is.
Well, I watched because it was on the other weekend. They did the whole like they ran the whole show, and I just kind of happened to catch it by accident, and then I put it on while I was playing video games. I stopped watching it at the end of the break of the 5th season. So I'm not going to watch any further for where they really ruined the show. So
they worked hard that whole season from the very beginning.
They did to ruin it.
But yeah, no. Last week was not a lot of stuff. Just trying to catch up on some watching. A lot of Food Network stuff because TOC finished, so I watched that. Which congrats to the people that want it. Don't want to give spoilers for that in case anybody has that on their list of holiday watching to do. But that was about it. Not a whole lot. And then played a gig Saturday night. Got a bunch of gigs coming up this week. A bunch of holiday gigs. You can check out where Jack Kid Music and playing all over the next 5 or 6 days. Pre and post Eagles games, all sorts of stuff. So make sure you check that out.
I am excited to hopefully get out to see you at a place closer to me. That's the plan. Matt may go to a concert and may not go. It's one of his favorite bands, and they're somebody with pants and an emo thing, and I don't know who he's going to see.
That's fun. I'm going to a concert Friday. I'm going to Goldfinger, so I get it.
I know them.
Yeah.
They did that here in my bedroom.
They did. That was their first single 30 years ago.
That was the song that the Rockets covered.
Yeah.
30 years ago.
So there we are. So we have some lists for you all this week, and then we'll get, just like normal, we'll talk Supergirl's teaser trailer, give your thoughts on that. Some of the new
things.
HBO stuff coming out, and then we'll hit up a couple reviews.
We're going to stay away from the sad news today. So we're going to start our list in the 80s. Okay? We're going to go all the way back to the 80s. These are 8 cheesy 80s sci-fi TV shows that outshine modern series today.
All
okay?
Right.
Number 8 is one I didn't even know happened. It ran from 88 to 90. War of the Worlds. I didn't even know it was a series.
Oh, that's fascinating. Who was in War of the Worlds? Do we know?
That part of it I don't have.
That's cool.
Yeah. Each episode began with an opening narration that explained in 1953 the aliens started taking over the world, blah, 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 blah.
It starred nobody that I know with a quick glance.
Okay.
But look, great potential concept, I suppose.
At number 7, that ran from 1983 to 1986, this is a puppet show called Terrahawks. So remember Thunderbirds Are a Go?
Yes, sounds similar.
British puppet show that's set in the year 2020. Now that might be something fun to watch now, is to see what they thought 2020 was in 1983.
Yeah. Look, the Jetsons George Jetson was just born, so we're in that era.
Yes, we were.
It looks awful.
Yep.
It does not look good.
Now, the screen grab I have looks awful. Puppet shows were terrifying.
Look, ran for 39 episodes, which for a live-action puppet show, that's quite a bit, as opposed to showing the same 10 episodes over and over and over and over again.
At number 6, we have V, the series. This I did watch. This was the series. This was the series that starred Mark Singer, Faye Grant, Jane Badler, sorry, based on the miniseries V, The Final Battle. The Visitors.
Yeah, so this was the TV show, though, right?
Correct, but
so
it had stars from the miniseries.
Correct, but the creator of the miniseries was not involved in the show.
Yeah,
it was a big controversy that the show went a very different direction. The miniseries, probably one of the best sci-fi miniseries of all time, in my opinion.
It ran for a year, 84 to 85.
Yeah.
I loved it.
They wrapped it up with a TV movie.
Yep.
That was awful.
Yep.
The reboot was also okay.
2009.
I believe Morris Chestnut was in it, which makes anything a little worse. And you know it's going to get canceled. But I give the guy credit for still trying.
Morena Baccarin was in it, and that He is.
I hope you're enjoying Sheriff Country.
I haven't started.
No, I meant T.
Yeah.
Fire Country was on in my house most of today. My wife started it, and now I'm sucked into this awful
is that
show.
good?
No.
Oh, which one's Fire County? Who's in Fire County?
I don't know.
That's not the one with Katie Sackhoff, right? That was Lone Star or Lone.
No, Fire County is the one that Sheriff Country is a spinoff of.
Okay.
Fire Country is the
Too many countries.
It's a bunch of convicts working on a fire thing, and then it goes back to his hometown, yada yada yada, and romance and drama ensues, and everything's on fire every week. You know, it's fine.
Okay. At number 5, we have Voyagers. Ran from 82 to 83. This was a sci-fi series created by James D. Parriott and starred John Eric Hexum and Mino Pilus as a time-traveling duo. Hexum's character's name is Phineas Bogg, member of a society of time travelers called the Voyagers, and he uses a pocket watch-like device to jump through time and space to set timelines right again. What a plot! What a story we've never heard or never will hear again, right?
No, it looks like it made it through a season, so good for it.
Yeah,
and that's as far as it got.
Ed
Begley Jr. was in 2 episodes though, so it had that going for it.
Ooh. At number 4, this was a show I actually watched on TV. This was a Glenn A. Larson show. Right away, you know you're in. Glenn A. Larson created Knight Rider and I believe Battlestar Galactica. Automan, starring Desi Arnaz Jr. and Chuck Wagner. Automan's story revolved around a crime-fighting holographic computer program. Automan had a sidekick cursor, can easily draw physical objects, the most popular being the glowing auto car.
I'm in. Let's bring it back. I think they could do this today.
Listen, I loved Automan, T. I hear you. I loved Automan.
I do not remember Automan.
I do. At number 3, again, 1984 was a hotbed of TV.
Sure.
This is called The Tripods. This was a BBC show. This was cheesy, created by Alec Rowe and Christopher Penfold, based on the sci-fi book series of the same name by John Christopher. Story revolves around the takeover of Earth by the alien tripods, who thrust society into a pre-industrial age in order to enslave humanity. Set in 2089.
It was actually the premise and the inspiration for Pluribus.
Yeah, well, maybe.
No.
I'm sure that this HD picture I'm looking at does it way more justice than the actual show did.
I doubt it.
At number 2, this is one that a lot of us here in the chat will have watched from 1984 to 1987, The Transformers, the original animated series. I do not have to tell you what it's about.
What's the name of the list again that we're reviewing?
Cheesy sci-fi better than 80s, cheesy sci-fi better than modern TV shows. Okay. So far, maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah, I don't know how you throw a cartoon into that.
Well, we had a puppet show, so
look, I know. And Transformers was good, but the movie was the only reason Transformers was good in the 80s.
Yeah.
Other than that, you had Spike and the kid, and oh my god.
Just a whiny kid. Spike's the whole reason Optimus died.
Right. And Hot
Rod. And number 1, Quantum Leap. Ran from 89 to 93. Quantum Leap was a really good show. I enjoyed most of the time.
We missed some other. I mean, Misfits of Science wasn't on there, which is still my favorite.
There's a lot of shows.
So many other ones, you know. But okay, well, that was a list.
It was. And now, really fast, we're going to jump into 7 90s TV shows that are 10 out of 10, but nobody remembers.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah. Let's
see if nobody remembers. The late 80s is a blank spot for me. Right, T? That's what I'm saying. Misfits of Science was brilliant.
Absolutely.
Young Courtney Cox.
Number 7 on this list. Well, they don't run them as in numbered order, but this is number 7. Greatest American Hero. Absolutely one of the best TV shows of the 80s. Hands down.
Yeah, I'm going to make my own back. Did that ever get made?
No. I don't believe it did.
I don't think it did. It was fully cast.
Oh.
The sad part. And it just never got there.
William Catt, if I recall, right?
That was from the original, yes.
The original, yeah. Curly blonde hair.
Yeah. And Connie Selica.
Connie Selica. I knew her first name. I couldn't. And then the guy that was his FBI guy.
His Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robert Ludlum?
Robert Culp.
Robert Culp. Oh, so close. All right. This 90s thing. These are 90s shows that are 10 out of 10, but nobody remembers. Number 1 here, Duckman.
Oh.
And from 94 to 97.
All right. We'll just see if I remember these or not. I remember Duckman.
Okay.
That was Comedy Central, wasn't it?
I don't. It doesn't show that here, but the series.
It looks like it was a Comedy Central. Nick, maybe an MTV. Was that like an MTV during the?
It may have been. It holds a nearly perfect 93% score on Rotten Tomatoes for a 1990s cartoon. That's phenomenal.
Look, Jason Alexander, Nancy Travis.
Yeah, it had a
Weasel
great
Zappa, Elizabeth Daily. Look at
USA
these names.
at Night.
Tim Curry.
There you go.
There it was. Thanks, Charles.
Thank you, Charles. Hello, Matt. Number 2 here, we got Teen Angel from 97 to 98. It was a TGIF Friday.
I do not remember Teen Angel. That was during I was busy.
Yeah, it ran for a single 17-episode season.
Like if we hit My Secret Identity though, then I'm back in.
Well, I don't remember that. How about the next one here on the list is American Gothic that ran from 95 to 96. There's a trigger warning in this one because this section contains mention of sexual assault.
Wow. Oh, no, that's the description of the show.
Yep.
So to give the description, because this looks wild.
Yeah.
A quiet, seemingly quaint small town is ruled over by its charming yet evil sheriff who uses his demonic powers to remove anyone who dares to stand in his way. The only one he fears is a young boy he fathered through doing things that you shouldn't do.
So the father looks like it's the guy from Office Space.
It's Gary Cole.
The TPS
from many
report
things.
guy. Yes.
Yes. Sarah Paulson was in this.
The mom looks familiar.
But Sarah Paulson, Jake Weber, a lot of people that went on to do some things. Paige Turco, it looks like, was probably the mom, who was April O'Neil in the second and third Teenage Ninja Turtle movies.
Well, this series has a rare perfect audience score of 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Impressive. The boy, it looks like, was Lucas Black, who was in Sling Blade. He was in Tokyo Drift.
Okay.
As Sean Boswell. Friday Night Lights. He's got all your things. This guy has been in everything you've ever watched. F9. He's still around in the Fast and Furious movies.
Lucas Black. Oh, I know who Lucas Black is. Yeah.
All right. Well.
Next on this list, we have Science Court from 97 to 2000.
Wait, there was a show called Science Court?
It was a cartoon called Science Court. It was a ABC Saturday morning cartoon. It's a Squiggle Vision styled series featured the tagline "To serve and observe."
Love it.
It was teaching kids about science. Okay. All right.
Look, Gary Cole, by the way, man on the inside, brilliant in season 2.
Next here on this list, the Ben Stiller Show ran from 92 to 95. These lists are suspect, too.
I never watched it, but I always wanted to. It was always on my list.
It was a sketch comedy show. Andy Dick, Janine Garofalo, Bob Odenkirk. It was kind of a Saturday Night Live-ish type of thing.
Yeah, it set up everything he did for the next 20 years.
Yep. Next on the almost done list here, we have from 91 to 93, Erie, Indiana.
Yes.
This is a children's horror series. Erie, Indiana. Canceled after its initial run due to low ratings, but it climbed through the reruns on Fox Kids for years.
Starring the boy from Omri Katz from Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
So I'm sure this was probably right after or right before that as a vehicle for him.
I have not seen any of these so far.
It was before Hocus Pocus, so this is what made him go for that. I remember Erie, Indiana. I remember it being fun.
And the last show on this list that ran from 99 to 2001, so it's a little suspect that it's in here, Spaced. 1999 British sitcom Spaced. Didn't really land here in the United States. Created by Simon Pegg and guest starring Nick Frost. It wasn't until the popularization of Shaun of the Dead that it resurfaced.
Yeah, I would assume this is probably like their first
Yeah.
thing.
This list was weird. The 80s list was a little bit better, but this list was also weird.
And it was actually not. It was like Sean, his like 12th thing, 15th thing. He did a lot of things. But you know, that was a list.
Yeah, that was a list. That was just a for fun list. Before we get into the other fun stuff, Dick Van Dyke turned 100 years old.
He did.
That's amazing.
Look, and he's still running. He's still doing it all.
Yeah, I'm not even going to go through his resume because it just spans a very, very, very long time. But you know, Bye Bye Birdie, Mary Poppins, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. He was in Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb. He was in so much stuff. I remember watching all the Dick Van Dyke when I was younger because he was all over the TV.
Yeah. Look, and we won't go down the route that has made the biggest part of the news from this today. But we will just give a acknowledgement to Rob Reiner.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Star of All in the Family, which it shows up on multiple lists that we hit. But this is Spinal Tap, Stand By Me, The Princess Bride, When Harry Met Sally, Misery, A Few Good Men, The American President.
Much.
Like, he had a run there that was unbelievable. That everybody knows every word to some of these movies, like unreal.
Yeah, it's a terrible loss.
So take a minute, go watch Spinal Tap 2, which just dropped on Max this past week. You know, but yeah, he did it all since for a very long time. So thinking of him and his wife that tragically passed away over the weekend. And then there's other news that's not as down as that.
Not as down. Kevin Smith, who lost his mother.
Down.
who lost his mother.
Yes.
Recently.
Like last week, Grace passed.
Grace passed away. He said that if he ever gets to write Dogma 2, right? I agree that When Harry Met Sally is probably the greatest rom-com of all time. I'll put that over You've Got Mail and all of the Tom Hanks rom-coms. Even Sleepless in Seattle, I will put When Harry Met Sally well above them. I choke up at the end of When Harry Met Sally every time I see it. I also choke up at the end of Sleepless in Seattle because I'm a touchy sap. If Kevin Smith gets to write a Dogma 2, he would like to cast Helen Mirren in the Alan Rickman role.
Oh.
How awesome would that be?
He needs to write soon.
Yeah, he does. He really needs to get on that. Dogma was great. Jack and I. Was it Jack and I?
I was not there. You were by yourself.
No, I went with someone.
I don't know.
I did go with someone.
I
went with Matt. I went with Matt to see Dogma.
Matt doesn't feel slighted at all right now in the chat.
Listen. I've done a lot of fun stuff with Matt. Sometimes it's hard. I don't even know what Failure to Launch is.
Oh, there's Failure to Launch has some McConaughey in it. I believe.
You know, I've never watched a McConaughey rom-com that I know off the top.
Helen Mirren is 80 this year, by the way.
Okay. Listen. If you can write it and you can get Helen Mirren in and you can get this moving fast, like, let's go. Heat 2 is still on. They're going to start filming in August.
Heat 2?
Heat 2.
What? Why?
Because he wants to.
Okay, great. Frank looked lovely in his picture with Kevin Smith.
I did, and I really appreciated you doing that.
Since he was in costume.
A little bit. Yeah. So, Jerry Bruckheimer is doing Heat 2. I remember seeing Heat, and Heat wasn't a bad movie, but it's not a movie that I'm going to go back to time and time again.
No, I never saw Heat.
It wasn't bad. Well, the whole premise of Heat was, or the whole fan thing was, you're getting Robert De Niro and you're getting Al Pacino in the same movie,
Right.
and they share one freaking scene together in a diner, and it's not even like it's not a moment in movie history that you go, yeah, this was a great, like The Last Jedi. You have moments in The Last Jedi that are you're going to talk about forever. You don't talk about the De Niro and Pacino scene in Heat forever.
No.
Let me see. Oh, we got Fallout 2 is dropping tomorrow night, December 16th at 6 p.m.
Oh, early.
instead of the 17th. I will be at hockey. I will not get to see it.
They usually, but
No.
that's when Amazon usually drops their shows. They usually drop at 9 the night before, the day before. So I don't know
Right.
why that's crazy.
Because it was supposed to drop on the 17th.
Right, that's what I mean. But Amazon has typically been dropping their shows if they're going to release it. We'll say midnight on the 17th, right?
Yep.
They usually come out at 9 o'clock the night before. So this is good news, but it sounds like maybe a little bit earlier. I don't know if that's East or Western, 6 p.m.
6 Pacific time, so 9 o'clock.
So not So that's Reacher.
Right.
Reacher's about the same and everything, which is great because it gives the East Coast a chance to watch it.
Yes.
Because what typically happens if they release at midnight East Coast time, a lot of people don't watch it, and by the time you get the chance to watch it, you've already seen all the spoilers, and you lose
Right.
the time. Right? Like how many times have we had that where we've not watched something right away when it came out, and then the whole thing's ruined for us?
I'm excited. I'm excited for Fallout. I thought season 1 was great. I'm super excited to get into it.
I think it's going to be the best video game adaptation of this year.
Oh, I don't know. Last of Us is coming in 2040.
Yeah. So, well, we discussed that, right? So, and so video recreation versus video like set in the world of versus adapting the video game. So I guess this is not really an adaptation. This is based on the video game.
Yeah.
As far as adaptations go, like for all the flaws that I have with Last of Us, it's very true to the game as far as like shot for shot recreations, all that kind of stuff. We don't have that in Fallout, but Fallout's just a fun story. Yep. I hope they hold up and they make the right choices as to who we spend time with.
Same. Same. Did you happen to catch the Street Fighter trailer that came out? We're not going to dig deep into that.
No, I watched a bunch of other teasers and trailers, but I heard smack talk about this one.
I mean, it's a video game, and the characters look pretty good. Cody Rhodes from the WWE and Roman Reigns from the WWE both have roles. Cody is Guile, and Roman was I forget his name off the top of my head. Hang on. It was
Guile? That's who Cody Rhodes was playing.
Cody Rhodes was Guile. Akuma. Thank you, T. I was stalling until I knew you would throw that up there. Because in this list, they have him listed under his real name, Joe Anoi. Akuma.
Yeah, and look, Jason Momoa is in there.
Jason Momoa is playing Blanca.
It's crazy how many people they are.
50 Cent is playing Balrog.
It's crazy how many people they are blowing out in this first movie. I guess the expectation is they do not get a second one.
I don't know. The girl from Cobra Kai, the really awesome
selfie girl?
Artist, Rihanna.
Yeah.
I can't say her last name off the top of my head. She's in it.
Okay.
She's legit.
Is she Cammy?
No, she's Julie. Cammy is Mel Jornsen.
I don't remember Julie.
But I mean, they have
Street Fighter games.
They have Ken, Ryu, Chun-Li, M. Bison, Dan Hibiki, Don Savage, Dalism, Balrog, Blanca, Vega, Zangief, E. Honda, Julie, Joe, Marvin, and Cammy are the characters.
Yeah, it seems like a lot from the like. I don't know what they're going to do for the second one because they're already bringing in a lot of the.
He's Dom's 100% right. They need to leave into the campy corniness,
which I think they did with the last one, right?
Raul
Julia's last role.
Raul Julia was on his deathbed
as M. Bison. Yeah.
Yeah. Chun-Li's legs will be the star of the show, says T. Look, Cody and Roman kept their WWE stuff going in the cast. When Roman posted the cast photo on Instagram, he tagged everybody except Cody Rhodes because he hates him in wrestling. So that's kind of a funny thing. The last thing I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna go too much into the Marvel and DC stuff. There really isn't a lot, except Avengers Doomsday is releasing 4 teaser trailers before the actual trailers. So the way they're doing this is they're gonna do in front of Avatar Fire and Ash, Disney is sending 4 different trailers for the 5th Avengers installment. Each is going to play for a week before they switch to the next one. And then supposedly there'll be one. So there's a leaked one out there. Again, not going to get too into that because I don't know how real that is, and I don't want the.
Well, there's probably already been an Avatar screening. There's probably already been an Avatar screening around before.
It's very grainy and very, very ugly. It's very grainy looking.
Got it.
I don't know if it's real. It's interesting. If that the rumor that I had been reading, and I'm trying to stay away from rumors because I don't want to know anything about the movie, is that their Endgame is coming out again in theaters a couple months before Doomsday, and the end of Endgame is going to lead right into Doomsday.
Sure.
And supposedly everything from Endgame, the end of Endgame to now, is all.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. I don't think they're going to do that.
Dom says it's a legit leak. If you find it and you want to watch it, that's great. I'm not really going to get more into it.
Look, it's the movie comes. By the time the movie comes out, we're going to know everything that happens. That's where Marvel's at. So it is.
I hope not. I hope it's more like
100%.
Endgame, where everything was kind of a surprise.
We have a year. We're going to know everything that happens in the movie. There's not another Marvel property for everybody to talk about that does this and all of the things.
Spider-Man.
Like, what else are you going to?
Spider-Man to talk about.
It's Sony.
Yeah.
Look, the greatest thing they could do would be to actually just release 4 Wonder Man trailers and say that it's Doomsday trailers, because the Wonder Man stuff's been great with Trevor Slattery, that they've been dropping for the last 2 weeks. But that, and they're dropping a lot of that stuff, and the show doesn't come out for another month.
Yeah. All right, take it away.
So, all right, hold on. Now I gotta do things here. All right, so we have. Let me figure out how to do this. So we did get a teaser for. Hold on, I gotta do something. It's not gonna let me do.
So we got an HBO teaser.
Yeah, you talk for a second while I try and figure out how to do this.
So Jack is going to share the HBO teaser. Now I have only seen.
Oh, I'm not gonna share the whole teaser.
Okay.
I was
Jack's
gonna hit Supergirl first.
Images from the teaser, right?
I was gonna hit Supergirl first, but I can go to the teaser.
Well, then go to Supergirl.
Hold on.
I thought we were going to the HBO teaser. Anyway, there were 2 teasers that were released. There was a Supergirl teaser and an HBO teaser. And we're going to... Do you know how to do the share thing?
We'll find out.
Share screen? Oh, I see.
No, that's not what I'm doing, because I'd have to do some others.
There
So
you go.
we got a lot of stuff in the HBO teaser trailer. First one that we got.
Nope.
Frank's going to get there. He's working
There it
on
is.
Okay.
All
so
right.
screen capture. So we got Night of the Seven Kingdoms coming out very soon. So first of 2 Game of Thrones properties coming next year.
First time that you're going to have 2 Game of Thrones properties on at the same time.
In the same... Oh, running... yeah.
Running concurrently, yeah.
So have you watched the trailers for Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
I
Where
did
are
see
you
the
at?
trailer for Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I'm on it until I start to watch it. Like I wasn't all in on Fire and Ice either at the beginning until I started to watch it. I was like, it looks cool as dragons.
All right.
This looks like a show about a guy and his,
It does. So then we get Euphoria. Where are you at from a Euphoria standpoint?
I don't even know what the hell this is.
Oh, God damn it.
Is she a rabbit?
She looks like she's a bunny.
Okay.
Of some sort. Knowing Sydney Sweeney, she probably is.
See, I don't have the hype on Sydney Sweeney that everybody else does.
It's because you need to watch Euphoria and White Lotus, and then you'll be there. And the Nun movie, which was great. Immaculate.
I should have turned that on before.
Plenty of stuff she's done that's fantastic. She might be having some issues in the media lately.
Yeah, I saw that.
But look, that's coming back. Yeah, I have to watch the first couple seasons of it, but the great things.
Okay.
about that show, so I'm excited to see where that ends up coming through. Then we did also get some House of the Dragon snippets.
Yes. Okay. I'm all
Where
in
are
on
you
this.
at? All right, so
I'm
House of the Dragon,
all
you're
in on
ready.
House of the Dragon.
It's crazy that that'll probably be end of the year. So we have
Okay.
right.
I mean,
So
I'm all in on it.
we have a long time probably for that, but we'll see what happens.
I think one of the best transitions of character. I think actually both of the young actresses that started in Fire and Ice that transitioned into Olivia Cook and
Darcy.
Emma Darcy were great.
This one that we talked about earlier that is coming out too.
Listen. Listen. Okay.
As the Big Bang aficionado.
How do you feel about this?
So,
your text reaction to me was great.
Hold on. So I watched this and I was like, this is what we're doing. Okay, hold on. Because I need to get the recap of what this actually is.
This is the Big Bang Theory spinoff. Stewart fails to save the universe.
Yeah, hold on. I need the description of this. So following Stewart from Big Bang Theory, as he accidentally breaks a reality-altering device from Sheldon and Leonard, resulting to multiverse chaos, he must fix with his friends Denise and Bert, Lauren Lapkus and Brian Posehn, and hijinks ensue.
But not just those two friends.
Oh no, there's more.
There's more friends.
Are there? I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't catch that part.
Oh yeah. Theoretical physicist Barry Kripke also returns.
Okay.
Bert Posehn is absolutely awesome in the scenes that he's in Big Bang Theory. He's a geologist.
Yeah. No, I remember Brian Posehn. He was what's her name's first boyfriend. Right?
He was one of her. She sort of kind of dated him, sort of.
And we are going to get cameos from most of the Big Bang cast too in alternate realities, supposedly, because who doesn't want more multiverse?
I mean,
so we're getting more multiverse with the side characters from that. This is where we're at.
This is
and content.
HBO Max, and the amount of money that they have to be spending on this has to be astronomical.
Yeah, wild.
I love the Big Bang Theory. It's probably one of my top 10 favorite shows of all time. I'm curious to see how this is going to work. This is interesting.
We're also getting a new season of Hacks that I did not capture, but I am stoked for a new season of Hacks to come out. Right. And then we got a brief snippet of Lanterns and what to expect there. This is just... Yeah.
This looks great. I'm sorry. That's a picture of a car going off a cliff in the teaser clip. This is the only thing I actually saw from the HBO trailer thing. In the teaser clip, it's Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart walking out of a tent. They're in a car, and Hal Stewart basically tells them, you got to put up or shut up. Puts the ring on the dashboard, and Hal Jordan jumps out of the car, and the car goes off a cliff. It sounds like it's Jon Stewart resisting becoming a Lantern. I'm guessing from that little clip, not embracing the powers or whatever, and Hal Jordan's trying to teach him, mentor him, maybe.
Yeah, I guess is where we're at. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm a Kyle Chandler fan, so
look, I am a big Hal Jordan and Green Lantern mythos fan.
Yes, you are. Do you think you can do it right?
I don't know. I don't know that I ever said, you know what my Green Lantern needs more of? True detective vibes. So I'm not sure because I can't tell when we're joining in. But look, I'm not sure that I'm in on the Gunverse yet either.
That's true.
So speaking of the Gunverse,
yes. Let's switch gears and
let me get to this one. So now, all right. So here's how we start this trailer.
Okay. I'm gonna spotlight it.
So here's our thoughts on Crypto and Crypto's thoughts on Superman. And how we're going to continue the snarkiness of this. T's asking if season 2 trailers, the Lanterns, they do Darkest Night. There's so many stories to get to before Darkest Night, man. I hope they don't blow that one out because they're not big enough to do Darkest Night right. Because people coming back, principle of Darkest Night, for those of you that don't know. I think this is the one I'm thinking, or maybe I'm thinking of Blackest Night. I'm thinking of Blackest Night. Never mind. It was where they bring back all these dead characters from the comics to try and reboot the universe for the 700th time. But anyway, back to the dog on screen at hand.
That's Crypto peeing on a picture of Superman.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
No?
No, I don't hate it.
Look, as we go through the trailer, I don't love this, but I get like this is the vibe. She's irreverent and moody and blah blah blah.
You are the aficionado when it comes to Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, because you've read the comic, right?
Yeah, it's only 4 issues. It's not a hard read.
No, but I mean, I may read it before it comes out, but at this point in time, I haven't read it yet. So, I'm going to agree with Dom, but go ahead, and I'll get to what Dom said in a minute.
So, look, my thought with it is, yep, just another one of her out in space. Like, everything we got in the trailer, not everything, but all of the parts that weren't, like, quick cutaways, is, like, the first, like, 5 minutes of story.
Okay.
It's slight, look, and go read Woman of Tomorrow. But, like, the principle is she's just out celebrating her birthday, and she has to go to a planet with a red sun so she can get drunk. That's it. And then but it's a lot of like pathos, and she's dealing with, her Krypton is a different spot than Clark's. We'll see where hers is, and where we go from there. But like, it's not a happy-go-lucky feel-good story. It is like a dark adult dealing with grief and loss, and genocide, and like a lot. It's a heavy story.
Right.
It's not a summer blockbuster feel-good story.
Which is where they have it, right?
Correct. It's 6/26.
Right dead at the beginning of summer.
Competing with Spider-Man. I think it's like within a week or two of Spider-Man.
That I don't agree with. Look, I'm here for, and Dom said, look, I'll put what Dom said down the bottom. Dom said to me, Supergirl looked fun. Definitely had Guardians of the Galaxy vibes. Also, they made a strong point to show us she's nothing like Clark, and this isn't going to be like Superman. I haven't read the comic, but I've read some comments and some yeah, I've read some comments. I was looking for a different word, and that's basically it. I like all things Superman right now. I am pretty into what James Gunn's doing.
Yeah, so we get a couple other shots in here. This is creme of the Yellow Hills.
Now this guy looks completely different than what he does in the comics, correct?
Yeah, but that's fine. Okay. The guy in the comics doesn't look threatening at all. You got to make him look a little spacey. And look, this guy looks like a Ravager from Guardians.
Yep.
It is very, as Dom said, right? Definitely had Guardians of the Galaxy vibes, like a lot. Which I don't dislike Guardians of the Galaxy, but I don't know that that's my anchor point for my universe of trying to build out DC, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it's just it's weird for me because I think I've talked on this show forever about what I want out of a Superman and that world, and I don't know that I love this as the second property to go to, because you do get like this is very like Last of Us vibey. Like it is
So it's her hugging someone, right?
So Ruthie is the character that she's hugging there. And the story, again, high-level spoilers, but not crazy. Ruthie pulls Kara into her mission to go find the dude we just saw, Krem.
Gotcha.
Who had killed her people.
Okay.
And then it goes on. It's a tag-along lone wolf and cub style story of them going to find this guy and going on adventures, the two of them, until they find him as they travel the universe trying to track him down.
Now, one thing I did read at the CCX in Brazil, James Gunn hosted a little panel with Millie Alcock and somebody else. First of all, I love her. I think she's going to be great. Second of all, she said that her favorite part of the movie basically is the ending. When She basically gave the end of the friggin' movie away, I think, where she said that Kara realizes what it is to become a hero. And that's
that's the whole book.
Ending in a comic book too, right?
Yeah. Right, which not a new comic book like this on the screen right now. You have the the only shot of Lobo I could get that was halfway decent because it was rough.
Yeah.
So, and he's only in the commercial for like less than a second. But you get this view of Jason Momoa, who this is added in. So I think for all the hype we've gotten about Jason Momoa, he's going to be in this movie for minutes.
You think so? Hold on, I think
minutes maybe.
I got a higher res photo.
Probably. And we do also have Ben Kingsley's.
Let me share this really fast.
Kid who's going to be in the movie too, which is exciting because he's been in a lot of stuff that you probably didn't realize it was Ben Kingsley's kid, like Sandman and Reacher and Silo. I mean, you watched one of those.
I did. All right. And
what do you got? Oh, you're close. It's a lot of stuff. That's mine. Yeah, but anyway, so we got Jason Momoa who played Aquaman as Lobo anyway, so he's gonna keep playing Aquaman as Lobo. There you go. So yeah, so we have Jason Momoa is going to be in this too. I think he's in for like a minute or two. I hope they don't make him a bigger part of it because he's really just a side quest, if anything. And I think they just run into him as they're having their adventures to go through.
I'm good with this.
I like the comic. I hope it ends up being a good adaptation. Again, it's a weird place for me to continue to level set your universe at from like an intro standpoint, right? When originally we had Iron Man 2, only reference point I have is Marvel, right? So we had Iron Man 2 and then Thor and then Cap, right? Weird to do Creature Commandos, Superman, Peacemaker, this, Supergirl, Lanterns, Clayface.
Yeah.
It's a weird spot to start.
It's kind of all over the place.
For like what used to really be like the bright, colorful comic world, right? That we were like, oh, we're going to do something different than Zack Snyder. We're not. This is the exact same crap Zack Snyder did, just a little more hipster and a little less douchey. Like that's what I said to you the other day, right? It's very much we're still in that gritty, dark Snyder. It's not that different the way they're portraying it. And I hope that they find a way to bring through the hopefulness and the brightness that I think is available in the DC universe to be brought out. Like the story does, if she gave that spoiler, it does end with her figuring out what it means to be a hero. So we'll probably see a brighter, more upbeat Kara, and it definitely resets from the TV show that we covered for years. And what we had with Melissa Benoist.
I'm hopeful that it's going to be good, but I also liked Superman more than you did.
Agree. You did like Superman more than I did. So that's our thoughts on the teaser trailer and the upcoming Warner Brothers slate for a Max standpoint. But we did actually watch some new stuff.
We did. You talk about your stuff, and then we can talk about the stuff that we watched together because I have a comment.
Oh, I can't wait. So the only thing I'm going to hit that you didn't watch, I think, is It Welcome to Derry. So we had the finale, which
have
was
fun, Matt. Good luck with school.
Which was great. The finale went and set up a second season, which it really put in work at the end of the episode to be like, we're going to set up season 2 in like a minute. But it did a nice job setting up season 2. It also is weird because it also set up the movies that already happened effectively. It was really nice the way it was really well done the way that it pulled everything around. It was weird for me because the first episode was so horror and visceral and like sucked me in like, holy crap, I can't believe this is what's on my screen, to kind of and even the seventh episode. So there's like 2 episodes where we were like, this is like dark and horror focused. And this one kind of was, but it got like a little more sticky schlocky for me. I'm not a huge horror guy. But I do appreciate good horror properties. So like I still have to go watch It 2 now, to go see how this kind of wraps up on the other end of it. But I thought it was all in. It was very well done. And it did actually tie everything up in a good way. Like I said, it sets up another season to come by making it slight spoilers for it, where it is out of time and is everywhere at once. So it sets up the prequel to this, which is supposed to be season 2, is supposed to be 27 years before this season was. So we'll see how that falls out. Skarsgård in this one is great as Pennywise and as it. He's incredible at disappearing into his characters. And especially into this one. I mean, this is going to be his legacy. Him as Pennywise, like it was Tim Curry, right? That was the way to go for a while. But I think Skarsgård has really defined that character Pennywise on screen, and will continue to as we get into the next season. And knowing HBO and how much they love to keep all of their characters, their actors, and move them to other properties, I guarantee we see pretty much everybody that was on this show in another HBO property in the very near future. I hope to see. I got to go watch more of Chris Chalk stuff, because Chris Chalk this whole season is Dick Halloran is phenomenal. They set him up going to The Shining at the end of the show too, where he's going to go take a job as a cook in a quiet hotel in England.
That's funny.
So look, a lot of great, like they did a really nice, like Machete hit the ending, for sure.
Well, that's good, because he owes the fans something good.
Yeah, look, and his horror properties have all been great. Both It movies were incredibly well received. Like I said, I remember the first one. First one was good. I don't love. It's not my style horror, because it's so fantastical that it doesn't really like. I don't get the scary stuff to it.
Yeah.
But everything was super well acted in it. It was great. Madeline Stowe was great. James Remar is always fantastic. And the kids in it are. I'm excited to see what all of them do next. They were all great as the real stars of the show. So there's my thoughts. I was actually positive about something, Dom. Sorry to confuse you. But to get away from being positive about things, what do you want to hit, Landman or Pluribus?
Let's go with Landman. And one of the reasons I like doing this show with you the most is because we have such varying opinions on things.
Yeah.
I thought the ending of Landman was great this week. I enjoyed the ending this week more than usual.
Why is that?
Because I enjoyed the dinner scene this time. They actually had a dinner scene that was fun, and it worked. Frank will never watch Derry. There is 0.000% chance that I will watch anything horror related, just because it just doesn't interest me. It's not scary. I just have no look. I said this before, and I think I said this when I was at the bar on Friday. Maybe I said it on the show. I don't remember. Gratuitous, bare-chested scenes with women. Also, I'm just like, at this point. Like, that was my thing when I was younger. Porkies and meatballs and all the fun Revenge of the Nerds. And like, oh, here's boobs for just having boobs. And now it's just like, I just want to see the story.
I mean, you'll probably get to see Taylor Sheridan's boobs by the end of this season.
I've seen a lot of Taylor Sheridan's boobs. I enjoyed Landman this week. I really like the sort of heel turn that Demi Moore's character took.
I don't think she did. I think she took a CEO turn.
She did. She stopped reacting to everything that happened and is starting to act on things that are happening so she doesn't lose her company.
She's the only well-written female character on the show.
1,000% agree with you. Oh, the lawyer was
right
up until last week. I think them softening her and giving her a love interest is just
But it's not. They totally wrecked her character. Like
Well,
they wrecked her character last week.
if you,
So she had a one night stand with the dude she randomly met because she was scared of flying. So he got her drunk, and the fact that he didn't walk out in the lawyer's office this week
I was shocked.
and wasn't the guy, I was like, this is going to be so fucking predictable.
He's an
and
oil
he's going to
worker.
work. Yeah, he's going to work for the competitor.
Yep.
He's going to show up and walk into a room, and it's going to ruin. It's like, oh my god, like. I didn't hate the last couple minutes. However, you also then took that same lawyer who last season was a badass, and now she's in a pirate wench costume serving the guys.
I appreciated that though.
Like,
It was funny.
It was
doesn't
funny,
fit her.
but like it's such shitty writing for like the women on this show. Like it's awful. It's so bad.
Yeah.
And
I don't.
like it's and the other one, like she's like, oh, well, I'm gonna throw a birthday party because old people don't know any better and have my bra hanging out all the time because I'm a 60-year-old super hot.
I don't like the old. I don't like the old people stuff at all.
No, or the fact that I think Grandpa's gonna bang the neighbor. Like, what are we doing?
No, there's no way that'll happen.
100%.
No way.
100%.
No way.
100%.
I don't.
It's
see
Taylor
that happen.
Sheridan. 100% Sam Elliott gets with the neighbor girl.
I like Sam Elliott in the show. I hope that at some point Sam Elliott kind of gets into a more, I don't know, a better.
It's
I don't like sad, sappy Sam Elliott in this, but I like Sam Elliott.
like the whole thing is making less and less. Like the fact that the lawyer's still living at the house with these crazy ass women.
I don't.
Like he makes enough money to afford a apartment in wherever in Texas they are that probably $100 a night or $100 a month for a hotel.
You're in Midland, Texas.
Yeah, it's probably $100 a month for a hotel room there, or a 1-bedroom condo or whatever.
As far as the other stuff going in that, again, Andy Garcia kills it every scene he's in.
The business stuff is
The
fantastic.
business stuff is great. Training his son to be the Landman, I like that. I really, really do like that.
Son, I could write him off the show tomorrow and be happy.
He is the definition of pussy whipped, I guess you could say.
For no reason. Like there has been zero reason this entire run of this show as to why that kid is in love with this girl. And even less as to why she has a thing for him. The kid
I don't get
worthless. Like worthless in every way, shape, or form.
She's not in it for the money, which he really doesn't have now to begin with. So he's not in it for the money. I don't know.
Right. And she sends him on a wild goose chase to go meet her parents just to see if he will. Like, it's, again,
I don't know that.
He writes, Taylor's writing for the women on this show is so awful. And look, maybe this is what his thoughts are and what the thoughts of people in Texas should be like. But, like, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Take the dinner scenes out of it and give me the business stuff. Yes. I would
100%.
watch that.
I'll remind you on this episode, you did not see the meet, so you don't know this dinner ended well.
That's true. They could start off the next episode with them fighting over.
I bet they do. I can't believe he's going to let them get through a meal without crawfish and lobster flying at people's faces.
I enjoyed this episode a little bit more than you. That's for sure.
I loved the stuff with Billy Bob and Andy and Demi. Like that stuff is great, and I want more of it. But all of the family stuff is so poorly written.
Did you also notice that after to wrap that up, the last time the lawyer had those guys in that boardroom, she was a shark, and this time she went in and they rolled over her?
Right. Well, because she slept with some guy and lost all her power because she's a worthless woman, as Taylor Sheridan likes to write all of them and his shows.
Yeah.
Like it's so bad. Like the same thing. Like
Yeah.
What did he do to Beth all those seasons on Yellowstone? Just tortured and destroyed her.
Yes.
She is always the weakest link, even though she tried to be tough.
Ending.
We'll see when her show debuts
Someday
on some network somewhere.
Well, I mean, Lioness, the women are strong in that after they get beat up a little bit.
Yeah, look, that's the only one he writes well.
Yeah.
Zoe Saldana is the only character he writes strong of all of these shows.
The other show that we watched,
Pluribus. This was a rough week.
Yeah, there was a lot of nothing going on in that show. Like
This was a very Vince Gilligan show.
There was a lot of just sit and wait for something to happen, and the two biggest things that happened at the end of the show.
Yeah, so this definitely hit me like one of his shows where it's like, we're gonna take you on this journey, and you see how
All of
Carol
the
is going to start to spend her time and like kill time and like abuse what she can abuse. And then the same thing, and you see where she's leaning into it a little bit, but the isolation is starting to have an impact, right? And then you
Sure.
get, what's his name, who I don't even remember his name. It's really long.
Anusos?
Sure. And his rejection of all things that are these people. And which is to like his detriment, obviously, as we get through the episode, and he ends up trying to go through a jungle. They're like, you're probably going to die.
Right.
He's like, I'm fine, but he's not. Like, the dude can barely walk. He hasn't eaten in God knows how long, 12 days, it seems. Hasn't done, like, you know, it's wild.
He drank rainwater.
Yeah, I know, but he was licking cat food like
He was.
6 days in. So wild. And like again, he's a little overboard with the way they're doing that character. But then he finally collapses, so then he's taken. And then we jump, right? Because he's getting from South America to Arizona is the plan in his little mini.
Yeah.
But then we jump by over a month, right? We go from day 12 to day 48, I think.
Yep.
Is where we jump. And you get Carol is completely isolated and realizes that she's losing it. Now with zero human contact in a month, because she, as she expected, because she's an awful person, isolated herself from all of the people that she could talk to, and then all of the hive mind as well. And she asked them to come back finally. And that's the only real big moment, right? Was there another one that I missed?
Wait, which part did you say?
I said when she asked them to come back.
Yeah,
and then one of them comes back.
And she and her, I forget the girl's name. That her hand.
Yeah.
So?
No.
Zazu?
Something.
Zuzu Pedals?
Maybe.
Come on, that was a good movie reference. You're not going to get Zuzu Pedals?
I loved it.
You don't know where it's from.
I don't remember. No.
You have no idea where Zuzu Pedals is from.
Zosha.
Nobody in the chat can help me out with Zuzu Pedals either, I bet.
I remember it, but I don't remember why I remember it. Is that?
It's from the Andrew Dice Clay movie.
Oh, no, it's actually from It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, Zuzu Pedals?
Yes.
No, it's from the Andrew Dice Clay movie.
Okay.
Yeah. It's from the Andrew Dice
Also
Clay.
a restaurant.
I forget
An
what the hell the
all-female
movie
indie
is.
rock band. It's a children's book.
Ford
Called A Dream
Fairlane.
of It's a
It went to
Wonderful
the
Life.
Ford Fairlane. Zuzu. Anyway.
Zuzu's the daughter from It's a Wonderful Life.
No, she's from Ford Fairlane. That movie came first. Listen, I love the end and the emotion that Carol finally shows. I'm curious to see how they're going to go forward.
We know it already has a season 2.
Yes, it does. And he has like a 3-season plan or a 4-season plan,
And
but
he is not fast to get anywhere.
Nope, he
as
doesn't.
evidenced by Breaking Bad and
Yep.
Maddie Corman was Zuzu Pedals.
Well, no, in Ford Fairlane?
It was Maddie Corman played
In
Zuzu
Ford Fairlane.
In Ford Fairlane, yes.
Okay. Zuzu. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that in like 30 years. But hey, everybody, we got one more show before the big holiday. We will be recapping our top watches, whether they be movies or shows, because I think if you've been listening all year, you know we probably didn't see 10 movies each this year. And if we did, that's just, we order them for our top 10. So I don't know if we'll do that, but we have some shows we watched. We have some movies we watched. We'll talk about how we rank them for the year. Let us know what your rankings are over on Facebook and Instagram. Or, you can drop it in the comments here on YouTube or get them ready for next week and share them on the show with us. But as always, you can find us all those social places at Geek Spot News. You can find me at Jack Kid Music. You can find Frank.
The Island of Relevancy on Wednesdays or Thursdays, depending on if I have hockey and if he's moving still. That's where you'll find me.
So thanks for finding the Geek Spot, and we will see you all next time.